Here we have the 2014 Chevy Sonic 1.4 liter turbo, and there's this specific noise that this car makes once it warms up. I thought it was like a loose bearing in one of the pulleys, and after doing some research, I've learned that it might actually be the front crankshaft seal. For some reason, I guess it makes this kind of like whistling noise, like screeching noise a little bit once the car warms up, and you'll hear it with the rotation of the engine. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that off today, and in order to do so, we're going to jack the one side up. So we're gonna find our jack points, we're gonna get the car propped up and put on jack stands, make sure that it is safe. But before you do that, I went ahead already and loosened my lug nuts so we can get into here, and we're gonna pull this cover off and get that belt off. In order to get the belt off, they say we have to go inside the engine right here and move our whatever you call it, the motor mount right there. So if we move our motor mount right there, we should be able to loosen the belt to get it off. But I don't know yet. I'm gonna try to avoid removing the motor mount because then I have to prop the engine up as well. So let's go ahead and get started and see where we end up. So we didn't end up having to take the motor mount off yet. We'll see how it goes. But as of right now, I got the belt off. Just took a 12mm, got down, and you push it in towards the engine, and it should come right off. So now with that off, I've got the car propped up on some jack stands. I'm gonna get this tire off and then get the shield off, and we're gonna go from there and see exactly how much room we have and where we can get started on. So we got the wheel off. I've got the shield mostly pulled apart. I've got it zip tied down there. I don't know if I have any more zip ties, so I don't want to pull it all the way apart yet. Where we're working is right behind there though, as you can see. We need to remove this bolt here. Once we get this off, there's going to be a seal where this covers and goes into. There's going to be a seal right there that we got to pop out, and we're going to put the new one in and then just reverse do it, put it all back together and stuff. So I'm going to figure out what size this is and see how annoying it is to me to get off. So we'll come back to it. So I went ahead and pulled out my impact wrench because that thing's a bitch. But we went ahead and got it off. It should pop off really easily now. One thing to note, this right here, this little hole, let me point it out for you guys. So this guy right here, take note on where that is, because I guess that's important. You don't want to just throw the wheel back on because the counterbalance is all thrown off and everything. So we want to make sure that that gets put on the exact same way that it came off. So I'm going to have that there. Take a note of it. Bing, bam, boom. Let's get the wheel off. Let's get this seal off. Alright, so I've got that off. It looks a little oily. I think there is a seal leak with that. But up here, to get it off, it didn't just, mine at least, did not pull off super easy. So I had to get underneath to get a really good grip on it and kind of wiggle it from both ends as I pulled out. And then it came off. So what we're going to do though, so I'm going to get a flathead. I don't want to use this one, but we're just basically going to get underneath here and try to pop this seal out right here. And then we're going to get the new one placed in right here. And then once we get the new one in, we're going to put it all back together. So let me go grab the right screwdriver. And again, I saw a couple videos, a couple people doing it. They take it right here and they just pull up, but they used a long flathead screwdriver. So I want to go get the right one and see how difficult this will be. So let's get this off and get going. So it came right off. Pretty much what I did is I found the lip to it, put this right here underneath it, and then I just propped it against the engine part of here, and then just kind of pushed it and forced it out. Took a few times because it is pretty wedged in there and stuck. But now we are going to get the new seal. We're gonna get that put on. Once we get that put on, we'll use probably like a socket, like a big socket, to fit onto to it, so we can push it down flat. We want to make sure we get it down as flat as possible. So we're gonna grab the socket, we're gonna grab the new seal, and I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this put back together now. All right, so we've got the new seal put in place. All I really did was I took a rubber mallet, I set the seal up in there. You want to make sure that the part with the groove on the inside is facing in. And I just took the rubber mallet and just kind of hit it straight on it and made sure it was flush and flat. We have no leaking parts, nothing that doesn't look out of like gaps in it or nothing. So with that put back on, I'm gonna clean up my pulley, clean up all the. So right here, we've got all that oil and all that grime. I want to clean that off before I get it placed back in there. And the same thing with this, when you're doing that, just go ahead and wipe off the inside before you put that new seal in there. We want to make sure everything's nice and clean, that we don't have any leaking or anything going on still. So let's get this part cleaned up and let's start getting it put back together. All right, so I've got this all cleaned up. Hopefully that will help extend the life of the new seal. Now, pretty much I'm going to oil up these contact surfaces. So I've got some oil here, hit some stuff like this, and just kind of do that. That way we can try and get this part back together. I just use some oil, just motor oil. And I'm just gonna make sure that, again, that hole is lined up where I had it to last time. I might reference the video I took earlier. So just get it placed in there, get your counter all right, and we'll pick up from there. All right, we got the wheel put back on and the belt. Pretty much got the wheel set, lined up the hole right. Probably just off by a couple centimeters, but I got the bolt put into place, and once I drilled it in, it locked into place. I forgot to move the belt, so make sure you move the belt or else it gets stuck behind the wheel. And then I went ahead and put everything back together, got the bolt tightened down all the way, got all that done. Now we're just gonna get this shield put back together, get the tire put back on, and that is how you change the front crankshaft seal on a 2014 Chevy Cruze.